Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today is Wednesday, April the 16th, 2025. Another trading day today. Um, as usual, I want to share with you all. Today was today was a rough day. So let's get into it. Um, as I always let you all know, I am not a financial advisor. I do not give financial advice. I can't. I'm just here to inform and make people aware of the stock market, what's possible in the stock market, and just encourage people to learn and encourage people to invest, especially long term. I'm a trader as well as an investor, but as far as like every day, I'm a trader. But investing is by far the best thing to do, because unless you plan on just working until you're 90, like some people do, and you love your job that much, great for you. I love my job too, but I don't think I want to work until I'm 90. So you have to prepare for retirement as best you can. Sometimes it don't work out. Things happen. As far as like a lot of people, health issues deplenish, their savings and their plans for retirement, and it's not as much as they plan on it being, because people health or people close family members' health do go bad on them, and they help them out, or they do it for themselves. So not only do I encourage, just thinking and preparing, even if you can't do much, not only do I encourage preparing financially, but also for your health, because health is wealth. I believe in that. Health is wealth, and wealth is health. So this is my YouTube channel. Getting a nice little collection of videos now. A lot of videos I can go back and watch and just learn little lessons within each video that I make, and hopefully get better at making videos. Like I say, I'm not a YouTuber. I'm not, used to being in front of a camera or talking to a camera. So my YouTube page description, as always, I always say you take a second to read it. You can pause it if you need to. So like I said, today was a rough day for me. Let's just go to the charts. One thing I like about Weaver, it does show you a little heads up. Stock market is closed this Friday, April 17th. An observation of Good Friday. So today I bought 13. It was filled. Strike price up 535. It was a call, so I thought that the stock price, SPY, was going to go up to 535, stay above 535, and go past it. Strike price, so it expires today, April 16th. That's called ODTE. ODTE. I bought it, 13, at an average price of $2.35 per contract for the stock option contracts. I bought these stock option contracts at 937 today, 416. And I'm just going to, I did a few plays, because like I said, it wasn't a good day. So I sold it at 10.15. at an average price of 87 cents. As you can see, that's how I came up with that loss that I showed you just a minute ago. I sold all 13 for a loss, same contracts. So I'm not going to go into every contract. I already kind of drew up in the charts of what I wanted to, how I usually show y'all in my videos of how I got in, got out, or where I got in and where I got out. So today, I'm going to scroll up. As you can see, I'm on 1 minute charts because I try to be in and out, hopefully. It doesn't always work out that way, especially on days like today when it don't go your way. So I've already got my lines drawn where I got in and got out. So, light gray area to the left is pre-market before 9:30 a.m. Once 9:30 a.m. comes into play, or this white background is where it starts at from 9:30 to 4 p.m. As you can see, when I'm watching it, before I even get in, I see none of this. All of this is just white. All I see is this first candle, first 1 minute candle, first 2 minute candle, 3 minute candle, 4 minute candle, 5 minute candle. So that's all I see. None of this over here. None of that is there to the right that I just put a square around. So you gotta, decide and based off, your knowledge and your expertise of what it's trying to do. So one thing that kind of indicated it wanted to go up is this, what's called a MACD. You can Google it. MACD. It actually went up. As you can see, stochastic actually went up. And everything was looking, even on the daily chart, it was a crossover on the MACD as well on the daily chart yesterday or last night when I was doing my homework and my research. So that's why I got into a call here at that green line. But probably more often than I like, I picked the top of the day. It never made it higher than that. So when you're in the call, you want to see it more green candles and you want to see it go up. And it didn't. As you can see, this thing came down. So it gave me a little hope here with these 2 green candles, but the moving average, MA, moving average 200 that I just circled, that's this red line here. That pretty much served as resistance for the day. And not only that, I'll zoom out. The stock market kind of went down overnight. So from, what's this? This range, 539, 538. At yesterday, Tuesday, closed at 4 p.m. And it pretty much almost went down, like almost $10, give or take, in the pre-market. And then it kind of bounced up early this morning, which is around 4:44, 4:45 a.m. Eastern time. So it was kind of already like down before the stock market even opened up at 9:30. So got in a call here right at the top, unfortunately. Came down pretty much as soon as I got in. Looked like it wanted to come back up just to get rejected again against that resistance, that red line, that red MA 200, moving average 200, which is an average of the moving price for the past 200 days, or in this case 200 minutes, because we're on a 1 minute chart. And then it got rejected, came down, and I'm just pretty much kind of frozen, waiting for it to, bounce back that whole time, when I should have, hindsight. I'm trying to learn from my own mistakes. When I should have, see how these 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it might even be a wick right here, but I can't see it because of my green vertical line where I got in. But what I should have done, that's pretty much like a short-term intraday support. So whenever it crossed down under those candles, I should have had my stop loss set right in this area as soon as it broke that. But then it gave a little bit of false hope right here. Came up to that line, came up here like it wanted to. Came up here to the top of that wick, or that shadow on the top of that red candle, like it wanted to keep going up, but it didn't. Instead, it went down. So that's how I got my loss today. So I was kind of telling myself, still doing what I shouldn't do, hoping for it to come back up like this, but it didn't. It came down more. Then it looked like it wanted to come back up. See all of these green candles here? And I wanted to come back up like that. It didn't. Came back down. And at this red line, that candle there is when I pretty much got the notion that, okay, I should get out and sell it for my loss. So, and then let's see what it did after I got out of my call. Did exactly what I've been waiting on it to do this whole time. It did exactly that. Boom, 535. And remember, 535 was the strike price of my call that I bought, and it hit it exactly, but it just didn't hit it when I wanted it to hit it, unfortunately. So y'all know I keep it real and I keep it honest. I share, the moments that most don't care to share. Even I don't care to share it, but I do. My channel. So I just want to let everybody know it's a lot of potential to make money, but you can also, if you're not disciplined and don't stick to what you learn and apply it, you can lose every now and then too. Probably most traders tend to lose more than they win, even the good ones. But you just hope to capitalize when you do win. It's a lot more than what you lose. So that's the strategy of the game. So right here, between me selling it, my call at this red line, and this dash green line, this was my little break time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 6-minute candles. 6 1-minute candles. That was my little break time of punching the air, rubbing my head, trying to get my mind right. And then I was like, you know what? I'm not going to accept that. And thankfully, today, because I traded in my margin account, it gives you 3 trades every 5 days. So I had 2 trades left. Let's see how that went. So that dash line first green dash line was me. Got my mind right, and I said, let's stay focused. Let's see, what other opportunities we can capitalize on. I got back in the call. 6 minutes later, after selling for a loss, I got right back in that same call because I didn't want it to let the market, go all the way up here to my strike price without me. And I made money. Made like, I was still at a loss for the day, but I made back most of that $1,900 loss, maybe like, $1,400, $1,500, which is great. So, and I'll scroll over. That red dash line is where I got stopped out. I could have held it, two more minutes, which was the top for the rest of the day. But I got stopped out, so right there, so it's cool. That was a good little comeback play right there. Even though you might feel defeated with whatever you're doing, whether it's the stock market or your business or your job, you just gotta tell yourself to refocus and keep trying. So, like I told you, I had 2 more trades after the first one, so that was the second one. That call riding back up, and then what did I do? Stay focused. Got in a put at that green vertical line, and I rode it down to this red vertical line and got stopped out, unfortunately, as you can see. I'm gonna delete that red line. Got stopped out right there on that candle. And that was my third trade, my last trade. And how did I end up for the day? Was I still negative for the day? Let's see. It paid off. So as you can see, I was profitable for today. Third day in a row. I would like to say lucky me, but like I say, today wasn't easy. I had to stay focused. Had to do more than one trade. Had to be in those trades longer than what I usually am. Like yesterday, I made almost $500 in 14 minutes. Today it took a little longer, but I made $700. So, and it probably took like until almost 12 o'clock, a little less than 12 o'clock, but took 12 o'clock from 9, basically 9:30 to 12 o'clock to make $700. So thankfully I didn't lose $1,900 due to my actions of having 2 more trades. And I don't always have 2 more trades because I don't always trade in a margin account. I usually trade in a cash account. But the good thing about having more trades, if you have that luxury, and some people have that luxury every day, because with trading, you have to have $25,000 or more in your account at all times. It can't go below that. And if you do, you can get in and get out of plays as much as you want. So that's the good thing about it. But you gotta you gotta work with what you got, man. That's how life is in general. So what I saw after I went to work, and I commute to work, I'm a traveling nurse, is that my put from where I got stopped out Let's zoom out. What did it do for the rest of the day? Went to the freaking floor. Look at that, y'all. From when I got out over here, it kind of chopped around. And this is the type of movement you try to avoid, chop, because it's not really going up or down. So from 12 o'clock to like 1:30, it just kind of chopped around where I just encased it in a red square. And look what it did. Went all the way down to the freaking floor, chopped around a little bit more, and then went through the floor all the way down to $520. For a SPY, that's a big move. $15 move. That's a big move to the downside. I'm not gonna like go over how much money I could have made, but I could have made a lot more money. From $700 on that put, that last trade I had. To down here to 530, 520, 30. So that's pretty much it, y'all. I really try to keep these videos short, but at the same time, I like to, for my benefit of going back and learning from my own mistakes and my own, good choices. When I like to learn from myself, but for anybody that watching that really might be trying to learn, I like to take my time and explain it as best I can. So I apologize that videos are longer, but sorry not sorry, so to speak. Yeah, so third day in a row. Tomorrow hopefully we can do the same thing, get another win, and that'll be a good week. Very good week. Appreciate anybody and everybody for tuning in. Like I said, I do a little bit of teaching in every video, so consider looking at other videos of mine in my video archive to see, lessons that I'm learning along my journey. Peace and blessings, y'all.